Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I thought I'd just do a little bit of sort of a collage mixed media today. I was having a little bit of a tidy up of my craft table and I came up with all these little bits that I had. This is what I was doing from the project yesterday. I found some daisy ephemera on there. I've got some of my little ephemera bits here, little fussy cuts, and of course I've got some butterflies, little bits of fabric. I've got some little circles which I was cutting out. I had a new punch for my birthday, so I was cutting these out, and I did actually add some of these to a card that I was making for somebody. So I've just got all sorts of bits that I've just found it on the table. This is some of the typology stuff on here. I've got some of my paper, so I thought instead of popping this all away somewhere, I thought I would just pop it onto a page and do a collage. So I've only done the front cover of this, so I thought today, Sunday morning, I would have a little sort of play. So I'm going to just take the first page. Now I'm going to bend it over so I've only got that one page on there. Now I've got two gel matte mediums here. I've got the Liquitex one, and I've got this one, which is the one that I normally use, but it's quite thick. I don't know whether you can actually see in there, but it's quite a thick one, and it's just a little bit too thick for what I'm doing. This Liquitex one, which I forgot I had, I believe it's a little bit thinner. So we shall try. I'm going to try this one today anyway. And of course I've got a great big pot of my gesso. This is the Galleria one, which I use, which is just the white gesso primer, which is nice to add onto your page as well. So, and I've just got my box of bits and pieces just in case I want a bit of something else on there. And I've got as well some of my distressed crayons. And I thought maybe I would use, I've got some of these Posca, the Pro Marker ones, which I thought might add a little bit of colour to it. You never know. I've got my watercolours, I've got all my bits and pieces, just in case I need them. So the first thing I am going to do is just add a little bit of gesso just around the edges. What shall I use for my gesso? Let's just use this brush. I'm just going to add just a little bit just round the edges here. Oh my gosh, here we go. I'm going to make a big mess already. So let's just pop a little bit around like this. Now I might speed this up, it depends how quickly I go, and if I go quiet, which I sometimes do, I will probably speed it up just so it goes a little bit quicker for you. So just a little bit of that. Let's go right in there, shall we? Let's make sure I'm in view first. There we go. Shall we go a little bit closer? Shall I come down here? There we go. Let's hope I can stay in shot for you. Okay, so that's enough of that for now. And I'm just going to take some pieces. This I must have had a tag or something on there. Look, stuck a tag, so let's take that off. We don't need that. We can use a little bit of this. I've got this on here, which we've got, which I might just sort of rip this down. Maybe we can put that here like that to start it off, couldn't we? Let's just do that. Maybe I'll add a little bit of gesso down through here as well. Let's just go like this. So I just fancied having a little play today, just having a nice messy morning like that. So let's just stick that on there. What did I do with my other brush? Here we go. Let's try this Liquitex one. Let's see, this one's still quite thick. Should we go on the back of this? I could do with getting a thinner one actually, just for doing things like this, because it makes a great glue. It really does. So let's just stick that on here. I've got bits of my bristles from my brush. down. Okay. Good start. I think that's a good start. Let's pop all these little bits out of the way. So let's just, I'm just going to sort of tear and stick, I think, and not sort of think about it too much, because I think that's the best way to do it. Just put it down and stick these on like this. Just get a base. Just get a base down with some of your papers. See, this one isn't sticking as well. Might actually go back to my original one, which I normally use, and see how this one goes. This one is a little bit thicker, but okay. Actually, this one, saying that, this one feels thinner than the other one. So I was wrong there. Do apologise. Okay, let's see what we've got. Let's pop some of these. That's too much the same. Let's pop you on there. There we go. These are some of the ones from my journal cards, I believe. Let's have, shall we have a number? We're always good to have a number. Shall we put that right in the middle there? Look. Just like that. Perfect. And of course we've got to have a butterfly. Now I've got a beautiful red one there, which actually goes quite nicely, doesn't it, with the beautiful red roses on there. Let's stick you on there. Whoops. There we go. So yes, these are just bits that I found on my table, and actually some little bits of butterflies and stuff were on the floor. So I thought I would retrieve them. Shall we have a little bit of purple in there? Let me just cut this in half. Let's just have half of this on here, shall we? Down the bottom. A little pop of purple on there. Like that. And maybe I'll have this one at the top. Like that. Let's pop you up there. Love it. Oh, I like that so far. That looks nice, doesn't it? It looks nice as it is, actually. Now, I do have some words on here. Now, I do have this. Now, do you think that's a bit too much to go on there? I don't think so. I don't normally use glittery stuff, so let's just pop that. What should we do? Should we pop that up there in the corner? That's quite nice, actually. Oh dear, look, I just stuck that in there. Clumsy oaf. Let's stick you down there so you're covered in glue. There we go. You can go on there. And then you can go on the corner. Just like that. I'm going to put some glue over the top. Like that. I'm going to put this little piece down here, like that. Lovely. Actually, I quite like that. Sort of dulled it down, actually, putting the glue over the top. So what else have we got? More butterflies. I've got some of my little flowers in there. Let's have a look. I've also got some more of my journal cards here. Shall we cut some of these out? Let's just... I printed these just on some really cheap copy paper because I was using them. If you use them for collage, just print them on some cheaper paper because it's thinner and then it's a lot easier to stick down than a thick piece of paper. And there. Let's cut that nice and straight. I've put my pink cutting mat on here because then I can make a bigger mess. Oh gosh, I'm stuck to the table. Oops. Okay, now I'm going to just tear like this and pop you on here. Nice messy Sunday morning. Look at that. Let's pop you there. Lovely. What else have we got in here? Or shall we put you down there? Let's use up all these little bits. Whoops, we don't want the gesso. Look at that. I like that. Maybe I should have stuck it down. Now, let's have a little bit more of this wood, I think. Let's just tear this. We don't have any torn bits, not quite so many torn bits, so we put you down there. Oops. Lovely. Stick that down. Love it. Lovely, doesn't that look nice? We add, look, I've got little bits of sort of fabric on here. These are little fabric flowers that I cut out. I was testing out some of my die cuts actually to make some flowers, and I thought they came out really nice. So let's just pop you on there. I did have another one, that's it, it's a bigger one here. Let's just pop you on there. That. Stick you down. There. How quick is that coming together? And I think that's really nice. Now I need something over this, I think. Shall we have what's on this word? Be joyful. Yes, I think that will look nice up here. Just pop you on there like that. Oops, can't get it off now. It's going to just level it up, but never mind. Okay, I'm going to leave that like that. I'm going to just quickly dry it, and then I am going to add a little bit of colour, something or other on it. So I will be back 2 minutes. Let me just quickly dry it off. Okay, so there we go. That's nice and dry now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go through a little bit with it with some gesso. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of gesso onto some bits because I want to add just, I think, a little bit of watercolour onto here. So I'm just going to go over here, these little bits like this. Just go in with your fingers like that. A little bit round here. And this will just give it a nice base for your watercolour or colour of some sort, whatever you're going to use, to come out a good colour. So let's just see how that goes. Again, I am just practicing, so it's good to just keep going. I'm not brilliant at collage and things like that, but you have to keep trying, don't you? So let's just go in with a little bit of this. So it practice, practice, practice. That's what I mean. And then you might make lots of different collage, and then you get one which is really, really lovely. So let's just see. So got some nice white gesso on there, a bit more in there. Let's see if we can add a little bit of something to it, a bit more down there. Let's go around, just do the edges, shall we? I think fingers, when you're doing collage or mixed media and paint and gesso, I think fingers are your best tool to blend things in. There we go. Should be enough to add some colour. Let me just give it a quick blast. Okay, I'm going to start off with, I think, because I've got my pro markers here. I'm just going to see how these will work. Now that's quite dry. I'm just going to go in with just a little bit of colour around here, like this, just for something different on there. It doesn't really blend, but it's quite nice to add something different in here. Then I might go in with a little bit of green watercolour on here, not too much because I don't want it to, because obviously this isn't watercolour paper, but I might be able to get something on there. I've got a lovely purple one here somewhere. Let's just see what this is like. That's quite nice, isn't it? Let's just blend that. Blend that down. Let's get a little bit up here with our little purple circle that we had. Yes, I like that. Okay, so I've got my little pot here, well not pot, my little tray of watercolour. So let's put that there. Let's get a little brush, a little bit of water, which I'm just going to spray in my little glass pot here. And then I want a little bit of green, but I don't really, I suppose maybe that's a sort of limey green, isn't it, in here. Just add a little bit on here. A little bit of water. Maybe add a little bit of yellow in there, that's better. That brings that limey colour out, doesn't it? Oh, I quite like that actually. That's quite nice. A little bit of water. Lime green and purple go very well, don't they? There we go. I seem to be going for more of the brighter colours at the moment. Don't know why, because it's not like me. I think maybe it's sort of summertimey colours, isn't it? I might go over that just with a little bit of gesso in a minute. Let's get a little bit of purple in here. And bring it in a little bit of the white as well. Just to try and sort of blend that in a little bit together. Which I think looks quite nice, doesn't it? Fab. Very nice. Let's have a little bit more purple just down here. Oops, I've gone and dipped it in my gesso. What a plonker. Right, I've got this beautiful sort of blue here, which I might pop in here. This is almost sort of got a lavendery colour to it. Don't know whether you can sort of pick that up or not. So you can use any medium on collage or anything like that, whether you use chalks or pastels. I do have excuse me, some pastels somewhere. I should really get all my stuff out, shouldn't I? And put it in a little pot, in a little tray, so I've got all of my mixed media things that I can use. Still haven't organised my room very well. I think I need to sort of like use stuff before I can pop it into its proper home, just so I know where it all goes. Right, I'm going to leave that like that, and I'm going to add a little bit. Oh, let me just quickly dry it. Just not the best brush to use. But I do like that. Just bring that down just a little bit with the gesso. Look at that. I like that. I think that's really nice. Now, I think it needs something sort of almost stamped on there, doesn't it? Do you think? Let me just dry it. There we go. Perfect. Now, where's my little stamps that I've got? Okay, so what I'm going to use, I'm just going to got my little script stamp, and I've got some brown that stays on. This is called Timber Brown. So I'm just going to, it might be a little bit dark, just going to add just a little bit of text, because I think text looks really, or script should I say, looks really good, I think, on collage. So I think that's enough. Like that. And I've got, look, I've got this little one which is tiny little dots on there. Are you going to stay on there? Let's see. Let's see what, this one's not going to stick. We need a little bit of glue behind it, I think, wherever my glue stick is. Stick this on here. Tiny little bit of glue and stick that down. Let's see if that will work. Oh, I like that. That's nice, isn't it? Love that. Okay, so I think I will go in now with, let's pop the lid on here. I have a little white Posca pen here somewhere. I have my Posca one here, which is the white one, and I also got the rollable one here. But let me just try this, so we can add a few little white dots in between there. Just to finish that off. It looks quite nice. A little mixture of dots. So that was a nice quick little play before I go out and do my garden. I'm going to pop out and sort out my tomatoes because we had a big caterpillars all over them munching my tomatoes. I don't like to spray anything on them. I just like to sort of go and try and pick them off. So that will be fun. So there we go. Shall we see if I can? This is tan. This one's going to come out. Just go around here. I think it's a little bit too tan. Can't really see it very well. There we go. That's a little bit better. Just bring out that butterfly a little bit. There we go. I won't fiddle too much. I think that was probably about it for today. Around these little bits maybe. See, there's always something you can see. Just keep going. I think I need a little bit of black on that one. Put the lid on there. Let's get out. Let's get the distressed ones out, shall we? I don't want anything really too dark on here. Are we in shot there? Yeah, I think so. Oops. Darker at the bottom, isn't it? Not at the top. There we go. I'm liking that. A little bit just there. Just to bring these little bits out, just so it's got a little bit of depth. As you know, we like a little bit of depth to our pictures and our collage. So we add just a little bit on here. Okay guys, I think that's probably it, and I'm really liking that. I'm loving how that's come out. So all sorts of things on there today. So there we are. I think we will leave it like that. So yes, be joyful. So there we go guys. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day, and I will see you all soon. All right guys, take care. Bye bye.